Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, and this is Chanel. We are going to be talking about the new Chanel Holiday 2023 makeup collection. It's called Roaring Twenties, and it's a beautiful neutral collection. I'm going to show you only photos of the collection along with swatches because the collection is currently only available in the US, in the beauty boutiques, in some beauty boutiques. It's still not available online at the time when I'm filming the video, but I'm going to make sure to place links as soon as the collection is available. It is still not available in Europe as well. I think that it's a little bit early for Europe. We usually like to have our, or at least Chanel Europe thinks that we want to wait a little bit for the holiday makeup collections. But anyways, I am able to show you close-ups, swatches and photos of the collection thanks to my very good friend Eka. She's a US-based content creator on Instagram, a very good friend of mine. So a very special thank you, Eka, for allowing us to see photos and for allowing me to use photos in this video. So I'm going to make sure to link her Instagram account in the description box, because in this video I'm only going to show you close-ups, photos, swatches from Eka, but I'm not going to show you videos. And I would highly encourage you to go ahead, check out her Instagram account just to see videos, because she has incredible quality. Her phone is really good quality. Her camera phone is really good quality. You can literally feel like you are touching the product. So she always makes sure that she shows you very good quality footage of the products, just like me, and this is something that I really love about her account, so be sure to follow her. So we are talking about Roaring Twenties. Roaring Twenties. It's a little bit hard to say, like when it's somehow rolling, I don't know. When I sit here in front of camera, I almost cannot say Roaring Twenties. Let's roar. So for this video, I'm going to be looking at my phone. I'm going to make sure to place photos on the screen so that you can enjoy the collection together with me. We are going to go over the whole collection, the whole makeup collection, and we also have some comparison swatches. So I had to comment on the collection immediately right away, because lately Chanel have been releasing their limited edition collection first in Australia, New Zealand, then the US, and Europe seems to be the last one. Even though Chanel is a French company, still is a French company. I'm a little bit offended about that, but anyways, I wanted to comment on that because most of the time in the past collections, at the time when I get the collection, it's already sold out in Europe. So that's why I wanted to give you my thoughts before it's sold out, because I'm going to buy this collection. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to buy from this collection, even though the color story of the eyeshadow palette is quite similar to one of the previous eyeshadow palettes from Chanel. This one was sold out so quickly. So let's go ahead and have a look at the whole collection. So this year's holiday makeup collection includes a limited edition eyeshadow palette that features 5 colors. They are all neutral, but there is a little bit of edge because the collection is called Roaring 20, so it's not like your typical nude neutral eyeshadow palette, but it definitely has a little bit of edge. You're going to see now on Eka's photos and on her swatches that this is, even though it's a neutral eyeshadow palette, I would say that it still has this rebellious, festive element. And I really like the name here, Roaring Twenties. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the name, but first let's have a look at the whole collection. Then probably the most beautiful product from the collection is going to be the Duo Lumiere Illuminating Powder. This powder is so lovely, wonderful, and Chanel often do this kind of limited edition illuminating powders. A illuminating powder from Chanel, they are usually exceptional quality. Like I see that this one is no exception. Then they have 3 nail polishes. We have also 3 Refillable Lipsticks, and 2 of the colors are actually re-promote. So they are old colors. I have one of them and I used to have the other one. Then also we have 2 Refillable lipsticks. Now let's go ahead and start with a little bit with the inspiration behind the collection. Now, when I first posted on Instagram about the Roaring Twenties collection of Chanel, and I started to get some messages on Instagram, and some of you were very angry, saying like, how dare Chanel are doing a collection that is dedicated to the 20-year-olds. Probably a lot of you were thinking, and those of you who messaged me, you were probably thinking about the Comets Collective, which is the new makeup team of Chanel. They are 3 very young girls. I believe that they are in their early 20s. It is not a collection about them. It's not celebrating the Comets collectives, and it's not a collection that is celebrating people who are in their 20s. The Roaring Twenties refers to the 1920s. Roaring Twenties were all about becoming someone, separating yourself from the old, making something new. The Roaring Twenties is a period when Chanel created her signature style and brand awareness. It was a time when women were, in a way, they were limited in fashion. They were limited to very heavy, very uncomfortable dresses and corsets, and this is something that Chanel changed. It was also a time when nobody would think of wearing a little black dress. Everyone was wearing so many colors, and Chanel said, well, I would make them wear black, because she thought that this was a very stylish color, but nobody would dare to actually wear black colors except for funerals. Roaring Twenties refer to this era when Chanel became famous and when Chanel changed fashion history. So this is what this holiday makeup collection celebrates. It celebrates the Roaring Twenties of Chanel. Now, this is a makeup collection that I'm anticipating, and even though a lot of people might think, well, these colors are colors that we already have in our makeup collection, I think that the collection couldn't get more beautiful and couldn't get more Chanel, because it combines the spirit of the Roaring Twenties. What Chanel wanted to do with women, she wanted to make them stylish. She wanted to make them free, and she wanted to make them elegant, beautiful, stylish, without the boundaries of fashion. But at the same time, she never wanted women to look like clowns. She always wanted women to look put together, to feel comfortable, to feel confident. And she was a rebellious woman. And I think that this is exactly what this collection makes. If you take a closer look at the eyeshadow palette, it is a neutral eyeshadow palette, but it's definitely edgy. It definitely has the spirit of the Roaring Twenties. It's definitely an eyeshadow palette that Chanel herself would create. It is a neutral palette that gives you enough power. It gives you elegance. It gives you sophistication, but at the same time, it has this little edge. So it's not something completely boring, kind of neutral, but it has this little edge that we need for the holiday season. And this is something that I absolutely adore. Now, Eka did a beautiful comparison with one of the iconic eyeshadow palettes. This was the number 5 eyeshadow palette, which was released a couple of years ago for Chanel's holiday makeup collection. I still have it. I still love it. And back then I remember that a lot of people couldn't get this eyeshadow palette. And a lot of people thought, well, this is actually a very unexciting. It's not really something exciting. But then when I started using it, I remember so many of you said, well, I feel so sorry that I don't have this eyeshadow palette. It was a beautiful creation from Chanel. Yes, a lot of people thought that the embossing was not so detailed, was not so, a lot of people thought that the embossing on the eyeshadows could have been more detailed. I agree with that. Yes, it could have been more detailed, but the eyeshadow palette itself, wow, the looks that I was creating with this eyeshadow palette, I was getting so many compliments, and I still use it from time to time. And I just was reminded of this beautiful eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use it actually in one of my next videos while we are waiting for the Chanel holiday makeup collection to arrive. Currently in the US, you can get the collection. And if you see the comparison swatches of Eka, you're probably going to see that this one, the color story is very similar to this eyeshadow palette. But in case you were not able to get this one, I personally am a Chanel lover, and I love the whole story behind the Roaring Twenties makeup collection. I love that this collection carries the spirit of Chanel in the Roaring Twenties, in the era of Chanel. and that's why I'm going to buy the eyeshadow palette. I'm also going to buy the Illuminating Powder because, let's be honest, this one couldn't get more beautiful and elegant and gorgeous. And let's go ahead and see some swatches and close-ups of Eka. I think that the Illuminating Powder is truly beautiful, and for people who have fair skin tone, you probably have to be a little bit more light-handed, but it has two colors and I think that it's a beautiful piece. So I want to tell you quickly the prices also of the items. So the eyeshadow palette retails for $88 US. The Illuminating Powder retails for $70 US. This is the standard price for Chanel's highlighters. And then we don't have a price. I don't know what's going to be the price of the nail polishes, but it's probably going to be a little bit less than $30 US. Then the Refillable Lipsticks, they are going to be $58 US. Now these are quite pricey. Let me go ahead and show you actually. It's one of the refillable lipsticks from Chanel, and they are pricier than the other lipsticks. Now, the formula of these lipsticks, they have enough luminosity and they have intense color. And the color that I have here now, I think it might be exactly beige brou. So two of the colors are re-promotes. One is beige brou. I have this color. It's a beautiful nude color. I see on Eka's swatch that it's the same color. And the other one is rouge poisson. Rouge poisson is one of the most beautiful, it's iconic red color. It's a bright red color, perfect for the holiday season. I used to have this one, but I finished it. And yes, I would suggest it to anyone who loves like a really bright, true red color, true bright red color. And I want to see if I have actually, I currently have the Refillable lipsticks. I think that this is a new collection and I'm not sure if they're going to sell only the refills. This is how the refills come for this lipstick. Let me see if I have actually beige brou. I want to show it to you. Yes, I have it. Okay, so I'm just going to remove that and show you beige brou because I use it very, very often. This is actually one of my favorite colors. I'm gonna actually swatch it here so that you can see because this side of my arm is closer to the color of my lips. And you know what? I'm actually going to clean my lipstick. I have a Sisley lipstick and I'm going to apply this one so that you can see beige brou because this is one of my favorite colors. It sold out very quickly. So this is the color beige brou and I absolutely love, love, love this color. I love it for everyday use. Now, the one thing that you have to think about is, do you want to make this investment? Because these are some of the more expensive ones because they retail for $58 US and they are smaller in size compared to the regular, let's say, Rouge Allure lipstick from Chanel or the Rouge Coco lipsticks from Chanel. Though these are definitely smaller. I think that it's going to be great if they actually release this holiday colors as refills, but I doubt that this is going to happen. They are probably going to be sold only with the lipstick. If they are sold separately as refills, it will be great for those of us who already have the case, the lipstick case. And then the other lip colors, as you can see, they are a little bit more like a statement lip colors. Eka got one of the beautiful Rouge Allure L'Extrait lip colors, which is this very deep brown color, which has a little bit of red, not kind of red, but a little bit of burgundy. You can see very nicely on her Instagram account with the videos and everything. So I think that the collection overall is so beautiful. I'm definitely going to get the eyeshadow palette, the highlighter, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to get any of the lipsticks. I feel tempted to buy the red lipstick, Rouge Poisson, because it's a beautiful classic red color that is going to be gorgeous for the holiday season, but I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not. I know that I'm going to enjoy this holiday makeup collection a lot. I can't wait to get my hands on the collection. And for those of you who are based in the US, just call your Chanel Beauty Boutique because this collection is probably going to sell out quite quickly. And as much as I want to show you the products right away, they don't always launch in Europe at the same time. And probably at the time when I get my hands on this collection, it's already going to be sold out. But These were my thoughts on the collection. I hope that you find this video useful. Let me know what you think, and if you have already tried the collection, if you've tried anything from the collection, please leave us a comment. Let us know what are your favorite pieces. What do you think of this creation from Chanel? Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!